Hi, and welcome to a sort of quickie episode where we use Wavelength, all rights reserved for Wavelength board game. Get it where you can. We're not being paid for this promo, at least not yet. Okay, so today we're going to ask using Wavelength, if you're not familiar, right? There's a dial, right? And I've chosen, how much on the scale we agree or disagree, and we're picking bad versus good. Let's see if I can get it to go. Bad versus good. Um, and so I've made a selection behind which Sam has not seen. And the question is DMT therapy bad or good? On this side will be our bad side, and this is our good side. Okay. So using our little scale here, Sam, what do you think? DMT therapy, good or bad? Legal DMT therapy. There was an article in Nature that came out. There's been some discussion recently. We'll try and put a link below about it. What do you think?
DMT therapy, good or bad? Okay, really quick.
So it's neutral, I guess. I've already made my choice.
You've already
What do
made
you
your
think?
choice.
I've already made my choice.
I don't want to cop out and just put it as neutral.
Uh, so this would be
This will be
bad. This would
bad.
be
This will
really
be
good.
good.
Yeah.
And also going to try really hard not to overcomplicate it by doing, you know,
And I don't
asking
want
the
to give it away until you've given your
do,
answer.
do,
So,
do, do,
like, you
give
got
it
to
what
give your
I,
answer.
in what sense overall, all things considered, and there are a lot of things to consider. Look, I would say moderately good.
Moderately good. So, like,
Bit
are we
more.
all the way
No,
over
no, no, not
here?
that far. No,
Not obviously not all the way
let's not go
here.
crazy. So it
Okay.
just a little
Tell me when
bit back
here.
a little bit, but
Here.
yeah, okay, actually, maybe a little bit, slightly better than that.
Okay, like
Okay,
here.
there, yeah. Let's just
Okay, you
say
ready?
that.
Ready for
Yep,
the
yep,
reveal?
yep.
Do you think we're on target?
I have no idea. Ha!
Look at that! Look at that! It's practically on the nose. So if you've never seen this before, in the middle in the blue zone is like perfect alignment, which we're practically on alignment. And that's like worth more points, and then like orange is a little bit less. But we're basically in agreement, right? So
Basically in
so
agreement.
DMT therapy, good. How good is it? I mean, honestly, part of me pick my spot because I feel like the jury's still out on this, right? I I haven't I haven't known a lot of people who've said like, oh, DMT, like, and keep in mind we're talking about NN-DMT, not 5-MeO DMT. There are different types of DMT. There's also natural DMT occurring DMT in the body, right? Like, and so like, we should just mention that we're thinking about in the context of this particular Nature research piece that came out. And there are some evidence from the article that supports that it has at least some benefits, or at least an effect on depressive symptoms 3 months post of an exposure,
Yeah.
right?
I can't remember what the dose was, but it was like it was a proper dose, enough to have strong.
Enough to see visuals,
Oh
enough to
yeah,
see
enough for visuals, enough
right,
for us. I don't know if it
right. We're
was
not
like
talking about like a little low dose sort of. I mean,
not a
not
low
that. I
dose.
mean, I mean, it's hard to even talk about that as being a low dose sort of thing you would want it. And but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Right now, we're just talking about is DMT therapy, because like most of the talk has been about psilocybin therapy, MDMA therapy, a little bit on ibogaine and some other therapeutics, but not so much about DMT. There's been more, I would say, about 5-MeO, not as much about NN-DMT. We're not going to talk about the differences between these therapies, but I think there's reasons to believe that it could be therapeutic. And I know you were talking about why people are commercially motivated.
Yeah, so I think, and this is part of the reasons why I'm reluctant in
So,
in the
yeah,
context to put it all the
why
way.
did you pick the mild?
Why'd I pick the mildly good? Look, I think it is. I think there are beginnings of some suggestions that it could be effective for people. I think as much as anything in this space is like, they seem like good results. I think, look, my I'm maybe biased by my personal experiences. Even I'd found even the first time I tried DMT, like even just a relatively low dose of it, and I think you feel kind of like a weight lifting off you. Like it's it can be an interesting experience, and I can see how that is useful for things like depression. But it's in the context, people are interested in it commercially because it's more manageable. It's shorter. It's
short lasting.
short
like
lasting.
like in
It's
5 minutes.
You only have to. Someone goes into a clinic for therapeutic DMT. They only need to be there for a couple of hours at the outside, rather than if they go in there for psilocybin, well, they could be there for 6-8 hours.
Full day. Yeah.
Full day.
Right.
So it's actually it's much more scalable in that sense, and a lot of people talk about who investors and people who are interested in this talk about it the same way they talk about, it's like Spravato, it's like esketamine. You can just
I think there's a lot of misgivings about it. I know we're not going to go into it now because we're just doing a little quickie here, a quick take. But the quick take is that at least from our experience, our knowledge and our research and what we've actually seen out there, that in fact, yes, there's some reason to think that it has mildly therapeutic benefits. If someone were coming to us, we would say go keep doing some more research on this. It could be a solution.
Could be helpful.
Solution and but not a one and done, and it's not going to solve for everything.
No.
And we don't, there's a lot of questions still based on even this study that we looked at. But yeah.
Yeah. Short answer is I think, could be good, could work. But also you got to consider it in the
negative side effects.
Yeah.
Worth also mentioning.
Not a lot of side effects.
Of what's evidence, so.
But considering it in the broader context of commercial pharmaceutical industry, is why it's not further down towards good. You've got to pull it back a bit depending on how the reality of how it's going to be used.
So, obviously, not trying to advise anyone to consume any particular substances, seek a, under legal advisement, all the things, your therapist, medical provider, as noted. But I would definitely encourage more research on this.
Definitely.
As a possible therapeutic.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed our fun little wavelength experiment here.